Good morning. I'm going to go out on a limb here and figure that in the past 4 weeks of isolation, I suppose some of you have gone just a little batshit crazy. It can happen. Yesterday, that happened to me. I didn't feel like doing anything, and I whined and moaned and complained for about 6 minutes, and then all my pals just piped in and told me to get the fuck over myself, which I did. The downside of that is I didn't have a chance to go shopping, so I didn't leave the house yesterday. So today's lesson plan is going to be simple, and delicious, using what I have in front of me, things that already lived in my refrigerator. Shit, here comes the garbage man. Stand by. Well, I gotta tell you, that was great. I hung out the window and I waved to the garbage man and he waved back. And that is probably going to be a highlight of my day. I spoke to a person. It was so much fun. Okay. I'm a little emotional. Okay. What we're going to do today is something that you'll probably have all this stuff at home. This is a big nod to Sister Candy. Remember, I went to Colorado. I was going to spend 9 days with her, and then our governor closed down Illinois. So I hopped on a plane and I got home. Candace, good to see you, girl. Love hanging out with you, but if I'm going to be shut down, it's going to be at home, where I keep my underwear and my clothes and my computer. You get it, right? Okay. Back to business. All you need for this little recipe is one of those Naan breads, any flatbread. I, of course, am living alone, so I'll just make this one. This will be breakfast. What you start with is a little honey on the top. But I had that super good, super delicious fig jam that I used for the pizza the other day. So, what the fuck? I'll just put that on. Put on some sweet something. Spread that around. You don't need a lot. Okay? Unless you love it, like I do, then put a lot on. Okay. Then I have purchased the dried figs, which I absolutely adore. Here's all you do with that. Oh, I forgot something. Shocked, aren't we? Okay, so I got what I needed. Here's what you do. Fuck, what is wrong with me? I can't do anything in one take. All right, I forgot the pecans. So you start with a naan bread, and I put fig butter on this because I had it. If you don't, you go with honey. Then I am going to put on some crushed up pecans. Candace's recipe called for pine nuts, which are delicious and awesome. And if you have those, use pine nuts. I didn't have any pine nuts because I used them all for the froscia the other day, and also for the pesto. Go back a few videos for that. All right, so put those on, and then I've taken some I've taken some dried figs and take out that stem, break them in half, any way you want to break them, and just spread them out a little and put that on top too. Bada boom, and just get that many as you want. For this small portion, 1 or 2. You don't have to cut it, just tear it. So I've got 2 on here. All right. Now, God, I love figs. Then you take some gorgonzola or blue cheese, crumbled. I've previously crumbled this up. If you don't have a wedge of blue cheese, you can buy it previously crumbled for you. They charge you more for that, though. Can you believe it? Stick that on, as much or as little as you like. I happen to be Italian, so I like a lot. And spread that around. And now, all you need to do, after you lick your fingers, is you take this over to your air fryer, which I think you all should have. Bada boom. Stick that in. And all we have to do is melt that cheese, basically. Get the bread a little crispy, which it will be gunky in the middle and crispy on the outside. So good. This is an awesome breakfast. I'll show you. Wait. Now, being the type of person that likes to Now, being the type of person that likes to fuck around with perfection, you could fry some bacon and crumble it and put that on top of here too. Sweet and salty together is also good. You can leave out anything or add anything. Somebody asked me the other day, where do you get all these recipes? And my answer is typically we make this shit up, because we kind of do. Or we get a kernel of a good idea from something and then fuck around with it. This is what Dagos do. We eat everything and anything. We don't care. So, the point I'm making is, as Jesse says to me, cooking should be fucking fun. And it is fun. And if I could share that fun with you, I'm into it. This is why I rarely give exact recipes, because there isn't anything. We'll take a basic recipe and Italians will just make it better. It's just what we do. Which reminds me, tune in tomorrow, because I'm going to go to the store and I'm going to make good old Italian neck bones. Oh my God. This is a meal that you spread a garbage bag out on the table just to cover the linoleum cover, and you eat with your hands and you don't use napkins. It's brilliant. So stand by for that. Well, while I was busy running my mouth, my bread is finished. So take a big spatula, because this oven is hot. Scoop that sucker up. How about that? It's hard. It kind of melts in there. Oh, it smells so delicious. So, like anything else, get a good cheese pizza cutter thing and cut that up. And as soon as that cools down a little bit, I'm going to have a very delicious breakfast to share with you. Oh my God. While we're waiting, I can only guess as to how to tell you this. If you don't have an air fryer, which is something that should be in every kitchen. Oh my God, stop already. There we go. If you don't have one, then I suspect the way to... You done? No, you're done. I suspect the way to cook this is on a cookie sheet or a raised grate on a cookie sheet, and stick it in a 400-degree oven, 450, something that's just going to kind of melt the cheese. And it takes 5 minutes to cook, if that. It makes a great little snack. So this is done. This is beautiful. Ugh, my neighbors came by the other day and brought me flowers. This is how we take care of each other during this time. Take care of each other. Yesterday, you know, my message is always, what did you do for somebody else yesterday? What are you going to do today? Yesterday, I did nothing for anybody else, and it made me feel like horseshit. But all of you piped in and did so much for me. You brought me flowers. You commented on Facebook and the gram. That's what the kids call it, the Insta. I woke up feeling blue, and by the time I went to bed last night at 4, it's another story, I was no longer blue. So today I'm back in the saddle, girls and boys, and I'm going to go do something wonderful for somebody else. But first, I'm going to feed myself. I hope it's not too hot. Kind of heaven on earth. What are you going to do for somebody today? Do something. I'll see you tomorrow.